It's been 40 years since Ferris Bueller took that fateful day off school, and 80s kids might just be wondering, what the heck happened to the actor who played Sloane?
Sloane Peterson.
Over the years, Sara has never been afraid to speak about her disappointment with life as an actor. She wound down her career in the 2000s, and it's never been certain whether she'd ever return to Hollywood. But it seems like you just can't keep a good thespian down. In 2025, Sara played Sarah Krantz in Mike Flanagan's adaptation of the Stephen King novel The Life of Chuck.
You have art in you.
Even now, it's not necessarily clear whether this indicates that Sara might return to Hollywood full-time, but her fans appear to be thrilled with her silver screen comeback. The comments on her Instagram posts were practically bursting with enthusiasm for her new project, and it seems a whole legion of movie lovers have had the chance to see their favorite 80s star back in action. Aside from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sara is perhaps best known for her role in Ridley Scott's 1985 fantasy movie Legend. It's the one where the devil's laughing meme comes from. Sara's body of work has always been pretty diverse, but she took on a few more fantasy roles in the years after Legend. In 2011 and 2012, she appeared in The Witches of Oz, an original sequel of sorts to The Wizard of Oz. She also appeared in projects such as 2001's Jack and the Beanstalk, The Real Story, and a failed pilot for the TV show Lost in Oz. Although none of these movies were smash successes, it's clear that fantasy movies were the closest thing Sara ever got to finding an acting niche. Nearly a decade after the release of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sara met her soon-to-be husband, Jason Connery, a fellow actor and son of the late great actor, Sean Connery. They first encountered each other on the set of the 1995 TV movie Bullet to Beijing and tied the knot the following year. The couple welcomed a son named Dashiell Quinn Connery in 1997, but by 2002, it was all over between them. During a 2004 interview with The Times, Connery admitted that their divorce had been incredibly hard for him. In fact, it had come as something of a shock. He explained, "I suddenly saw all the parallels between my dad, my mom, and me because they were both actors, like my ex and I." Connery also expressed his desire to deal with the split more privately than his father had done with his own marriage, without any of it playing out in the press. It seems they succeeded, too. In 2004, Connery confirmed to the BBC that he and Sara were actively co-parenting their son and continue to share custody. For her part, Sara married another famous face in 2010, Brian Henson, the son of Muppets creator Jim Henson. Long before Margot Robbie made her mark on Harley Quinn, Sara played the fan-favorite comic book anti-hero in the short-lived TV show Birds of Prey. Sara absolutely loved playing Quinn, calling the project a blast in an interview with Total Film. She added, "I would do that forever." Sadly, the show was canceled after just 13 episodes.
Oh, boo-hoo.
But it seems Sara had no regrets. She told Total Film, "I had a fantastic time making that. I love all that stuff. I'm just a sci-fi fantasy horror type gal." More recently, Sara has turned creative attention to what she considers to be her true passion, poetry. Speaking to the Volga in 2016, she admitted she hadn't been happy as an actor. She explained, "It was something I felt I could do, and I needed to work, and I got lucky at the get-go. However, I was never going to be the kind of actress I admire, because I just didn't have the drive for the process." Instead, Sara has found happiness in writing. As well as her poems, many of which have been published in literary journals, she has written a number of magazine columns and film essays. The biography on Sara's website might say it best, though. It reads, "Sara used to be an actress, but recovered her senses, and now she writes." Since moving away from acting, Sara has taken more time to focus on her children. In 2005, her parenting duties doubled when she welcomed a daughter, Amelia, with Brian Henson. Speaking to Total Film in 2010, Sara explained that her new responsibilities had prompted her to take a hiatus from performing. She said, "Now I'm a mother with a really noisy, difficult house to maintain." These days, Sara's Instagram offers a fleeting glimpse into her life with Dashiell and Amelia. In one post, she shared a picture of the pair at Christmas in Bruges, Belgium. Another featured Sara posing in front of the New York City skyline with Amelia. Across her posts, Sara expresses a consistent sense of admiration toward her children. With that photo of Amelia in New York, Sara wrote, "She's my hero, proud mama." Writing a birthday message to Dashiell on another occasion, Sara wrote, "Bowled over with gratitude to be with you, love you to the moon and back." On December 15, 2024, Sara made a pretty big announcement, and it had nothing to do with her former life in Hollywood. Posting on Instagram, she simply wrote, "In which we buy a farm in Suffolk. Obviously, fleeing to the countryside might seem like an unusual move for any actor, poet, or writer, but Sara's fans might not necessarily have been surprised by her announcement. After all, she has long been outspoken about her passion for farm animals. Sara is also the proud owner of a pony named Rory. In one Instagram post, she wrote, "Dreamboat charmer, love my Connemara pony boy." In the past, Sara has also been outspoken about her admiration for other famous horse owners. For example, she once posted an image of Queen Elizabeth II with 2 white horses. The caption read, "Goals." Though she seems like a natural in front of the camera, Sara has always been something of a reluctant star, revealing in an interview that her first love has always been writing.
I always wanted to be a writer. I think I have a sort of exaggerated respect for the written word, I think, probably.
And her feelings about the movie industry probably weren't helped by a traumatic experience on the set of Legend when she was nearly caught in a massive inferno that almost completely destroyed the set.
All of a sudden, the sky was black, and you can't believe it's gone. And the entire studio was there. Everyone was crying. It just melted.
The fire on set of Legend wasn't the only bummer Sara experienced early in her career. Even though Ferris Bueller's Day Off is considered one of the best feel-good message movies of any era, Sara told Games Radar that making it wasn't nearly as much fun as watching it. Of the main cast, I was the only actual adolescent, so unfortunately for me, it was like having your most awkward adolescent year forever memorialized. The cast were all lovely, but mostly my experience was feeling very out of my depth and, flailing. That's just the honest truth. I wish I could say it was a lot of fun, but it wasn't for me. In 1987, right after playing Sloane Peterson, Sara made waves by starring in Queenie, an ABC miniseries based loosely on the life of actress Merle Oberon. Unfortunately, critics weren't too kind to either the project as a whole or Sara in particular, with the New York Times saying, "Clearly an enormous effort was expended. That's what makes the result all the more distressing, if not deplorable. Miss Sara gives the role of Queenie a good try, but is clearly out of her element." But despite both the critics and the fact that she fell ill with sunstroke during filming, Sara actually told the Chicago Sun that she treasured the experience of working alongside stars like Kirk Douglas. "Not only is Queenie beautiful and has many special moments, but I'll probably never get a chance to play a role like this again anytime soon. Roles for women my age rarely cover as much ground as this did."